Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Watch by Ashley. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, let's unwrap the Halloween treat that Marvel's left us at Disney+. Let's talk Werewolf by Night. So this is a television special, and I find it very interesting that they used that kind of name for it, especially in the age of streaming, that it's a television special. But I do like the idea of kind of going back to those holiday specials that you would get, whether it be for Halloween or for Christmas. So for me, that's kind of nostalgic. But anyways, I really did enjoy it. I think it's a great release for Halloween. It's very reminiscent of 1930s horror. So think of the Frankenstein movie, Dracula, The Mummy, and now we have this modern twist on Werewolf by Night. So the film was directed by Michael Giacchino, who is a well-known composer, and stars Gael Garcia Bernal and Laura Donnelly in the lead roles. And I have to tell you, this is a very enjoyable experience. It's only 53 minutes, there's no fluff, it's just very straight to the point, very concise, not a lot of exposition. We're automatically introduced to the death dealers or monster hunters who are actually looking to replace the head of their society, and there's a bunch of tests that they have to go through in the process. I did like the introduction of the Werewolf by Night and his accomplice. I won't ruin that for you, that's a nice surprise. But overall, I think it's a solid B film. It's enjoyable. There isn't too much to it. I really like Gael Garcia Bernal. I mean, I've seen him in a few things recently, and he's definitely growing on me. I think his performances always make him very likable, and even this character, you can't help but like him and empathize with him. So it was very nice. Like he's just like when you look at him, he just feels so warm. It gives you a warm feeling. Anyways, and in terms of Laura Donnelly, her performance as the Bloodstone heir, I don't know, for some reason she was giving me serious Jessica Jones vibes. And I'm not complaining about that, I love Jessica Jones. But one thing, like, she's just kind of very modern, and at first the film seems like it's kind of ambiguous in terms of when it's set, but then they put like different elements. Like some elements make it feel like it's set in the 1950s, but then when you really look at the set, it looks like it's modern. So it's very strange in that sense. So in some ways, I kind of felt out of place when watching it. And that also goes to the filming style. So like I said, it's very reminiscent of 1930s horror. And they did use a lot of practical effects in the film, which is great. But then they would make weird decisions. So for example, like to be a callback to that 1930s aesthetic, they would put the cigarette marks kind of indicating change reel, right? But it's quite obvious that this film was not made or filmed on actual film. It looks very digital. You have, in addition to the practical effects, you do have CGI in some scenes. And I kind of wish that they kept it all practical effects, to be honest. And I think that's kind of where the film missed the mark for me. Is just that inconsistency. I kind of felt like if you go out of your way to make it seem like a 1930s film or using practical effects, kind of go all the way, because it kind of cheapens it when you kind of go back, like you end up introducing elements of CGI. That's just kind of my thought. I mean, I think that you can do wonders with practical effects. I mean, look at the original Star Wars trilogy, right? Like that's primarily practical effects, and it's a classic, and it still stands up to this day. So I think it is possible to create a great horror film using practical effects. That's just my opinion, but let me know in the comments below if you've seen Werewolf by Night and you think that they kind of missed the mark there too. And it was a very interesting move by Kevin Feige. I think that he wanted to test the waters to see if there was an appetite for these classic monster stories. I mean, we all know how disastrous Tom Cruise's Mummy release was. So this is just a nice way to, I guess, really check the temperature and see if we can re-release these great stories. And I would say, yeah, I'm definitely here for it. I mean, even if they want to just do more television specials every year, I'd be definitely waiting with anticipation. I love Halloween. I love these like vampire, werewolf stories, things like that. So it's totally up my alley. This is an easy 53 minutes to watch, and you know what? It's not weighed down by a lot of exposition. It's not a reimagining of a werewolf story, which I really liked, because Marvel and Disney have been going through this streak of reimagining everything, whether they're gender bending or race swapping characters. But none of that really happened here, and so it definitely succeeded for that reason, in my opinion. And like I said, I think it's a really good watch for everyone. If you watched the video up to this point, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you like the content, please give me a like and subscribe. It would definitely help me in growing the channel. And until next time, I will see you later. Take care.